Hi everyone, and welcome to this video where I'm going to be unboxing a box of Star Trek customizable card game. It's going to be of the expansion set Alternate Universe. Now this originally came out in December 1995 and it was the first expansion set ever to be released for this game, and I remember it coming out really well because up till then I'd been playing just the premiere set, like loads of games with friends and my brother and stuff. So it was really exciting to see this set because it was all brand new cards and they were like black boards. I was only used to like the white border premiere cards and stuff, so it was like a real novelty when this came out. So a bit about the set: there's 121 normal cards in it, plus one ultra rare card, the Future Enterprise, which was the first ultra rare card. I think it was 3 times as rare as normal cards. I heard somewhere you got 1 per box, but over the years opening boxes of this, I know that's not true. Another like weird card in the set is the artifact Ophidian Cane from Time's Arrow. That was put in the place of an uncommon card in packs, but it was actually a rare card. So you got some packs with 2 rare cards in, which was real like cool thing to have. So this is a booster box of the set. There are 36 packs and each pack has 15 cards in it. It's still of the old design, the blue packs. I'll show you the packs in a minute, obviously, when I'm going to be opening them. So I'm going to be opening this box up for you. So as I open the packs, I'll show you some of my favourite cards from the set and just point out like key things about the set. The main one for this set was, of the title, obviously it's Alternate Universe, so it contained like characters, events and stuff like from alternate universes, or like people that shouldn't belong in the current timeline of Star Trek. This, as I should say, is still classed as the Next Generation only. There was no other Star Trek franchises in this game at this current point because they didn't have a license for it. So all these cards are taken from the Next Generation. So I think that's enough of an intro to this set, so I'll get on and open the packs for you. So this is the box I'm going to open for you. I'll take the plastic off and I will get the packs out. So I'll quickly show you the box close up. Obviously it's not mint because it's like 23 years old. So I'll show you the box close up. It's got this artwork which is the Alternate Universe door on it. I'll show you the card because it's a common, I'll get loads of it in this box. So interesting things to note: this is still Star Trek Next Generation customizable card game, as I mentioned earlier. It's the copyright stuff. It's black border, so it's still classed as limited edition. And it's one of the bigger box designs. So inside the box you get the 36 packs. It always has one of these in. I don't know if that must be the production box number maybe. So the packs themselves, they're of the old blue style. There weren't many sets that had this. They moved to a more pictorial pack design for First Contact set. But the first 3 sets had this blue design with like a different logo. This is like the Alternate Universe icon that are on certain Alternate Universe cards. The first 3 sets also didn't have an icon on the actual cards, so the cards all look similar. You can't tell which cards are from which set unless you know the cards like I do. So that's the pack design close up. There's 15 cards in it. That's the back of the pack. It's quite hard to see because it's foil. So I'll go on and open these packs for you now. I'll just quickly show you what it looks like in. That's the retail sort of display, which is cool. So in this set you get the uncommons first. So the first uncommon card we get is Lieutenant Junior Grey Picard. So this is the alternate universe symbol here, so it's like an alternate version of Jean-Luc Picard. So the next uncommon card we get is Quellar to Rendezvous, which is a mission. Then we get the Dilemma Cardassian Trap, and the rare card in this pack is a mission of FGC 47 Research. I'll quickly go through the common cards. I won't read out every name because I'm sure you might know this set already, but I'll just pick out some of my favourites if I come across any. I like this one, Humanuma Cooper. I don't know how you say it, but that's how I say it. But this is from Rascals, one of my favourite episodes. So that's all the common cards. So we'll just open the next pack. So in this pack we get Isabella, which is uncommon. I like that card because I like that episode. Incoming message, attack authorization. Engage shuttle operations. The rare card in this pack is the IKC Feckler. This is from All Good Things, if you remember that episode. It's the last episode of Next Generation. Then we get all the common cards, which I'll quickly skip over. You do sometimes get duplicates in a pack. I don't think we've had any so far, but I have had several packs where you get like two of the same common cards in a pack, which is very annoying, but it does happen. And I don't think this is the only set it does happen in as well. I've seen other sets where that happen. So, this is the Dilemma of Quantum Singularity Lifeforms. Again, this is one of my favourite cards because it's one from one of my favourite episodes, which is Timescape, where the Enterprise is like frozen in time and stuff. So I love that card. Detan, another Lieutenant Junior Grey Picard. Yes, this is what I was talking about earlier, the ultra rare Future Enterprise. I'm really happy to get that card. Again, I love All Good Things, the episode. So back in the day, I can't remember if I got this card or not. I think I did. I might have traded for it with a friend. I can't remember. But it's a really cool card. The stats on it are really high and everything. So the common cards, just go through those. These are pretty similar. You've seen most of these before. There we go, that's that pack. So, uncommons in this one, we get the Sharbridris. Sorry if I pronounced these wrong. Engage shuttle operations and Detan again. The rare cards in Interrupt Vorgon Raiders, that's not a very good rare card. Then the common cards. These are pretty similar. I don't think we've had that one yet. That's one of my favourite cards, Davidian Foragers from Time's Arrow. There's a couple of new ones in there, but most of them are the same. So in this pack we get Paul Rice. This one has a little quirk to it. You might not be able to see it because it's very small. On the copyright date here, it's got Paul is dead backwards, which is sort of a nod to the episode. If I remember correctly, this guy was on a planet and they thought he was alive, but actually he was dead. I think, if I remember correctly, it's a very old episode and I watched it for a while. Quantum Singularity Lifeforms again, and Rascals. One of my all-time favourite episodes of Next Generation, where some of the crew get turned into kids and Ferengi commandeer the Enterprise. And people hate it because Ferengi take over the Enterprise, but I love that episode. So when I found this card in the pack, I was over the moon. The rare card is Stefan Decipher, or Stefan Decipher, I think I could call him. again, it's an alternate universe one. I'm not 100% sure, I can't quite remember the episode of that. But this is one of the new things in this set. There were like 2 affiliation cards, so this one could be a Romulan, or it could also be a Federation card, so it could work with either, and it had different attributes depending which affiliation you chose to play it as. Then we get commons. I think we've seen all these before. That's a new one, I think. So, uncommons in this pack, we get incoming message, attack authorization again, and we get Richard Castillo, dead in bed. The rare card is a mission reunion. I never really liked getting missions as rare cards. Same with like interrupts, they're really boring as rare cards. Then we get the commons. I don't seem to be getting many duplicate common cards in the same packs this time, which is good. I'm sure we'll come across one. Hopefully we'll come across the Ophidian Cane, and I'll be able to show you how that is correlated in the packs. So we get the Forge Maneuver, Romulan Ambush, Captain's Log. That was a cool card. Basically, if you had the captain and the ship in play, the ship got extra attributes, I think. Yeah, extra shields and weapons, which was a really cool mechanic. The rare card in this pack is Jack Crusher. And then we get the common cards. So I haven't pointed him out yet. Common of Montgomery Scott. Obviously he's an original series character, but he appeared in an episode of The Next Generation, so they were able to do a card of him. So this pack we get Captain's Log again, Intruder Force Field, Parallel Romance, and the rare card was Wartime Conditions. And then the common cards. Here we go. I don't think we've had that yet. This is the alternate universe doorway. So doorways were new card type to this set, and they were really cool looking. When I first saw this card, I was really impressed because the large picture and the large text on the card as well was really cool looking. So this allows you to play at the beginning of the game, and you could play alternate universe cards like Jack Crusher. So any of these cards you couldn't play unless you had this doorway in play, which is really cool because obviously there were ways of closing this, so you couldn't play any more of the alternate universe cards and things. It also did other things like cancelling other cards and things, so it was a very useful card. So in this pack we get the Tamar. Here we go. This is a rare card, but it's in the uncommon section. So I think when it first came out I thought, oh, this is uncommon, and uncommon artifact. Artifacts are always rare cards. So we thought it might have been a mistake when it first happened, but we probably later found out that it was actually like a special pack with 2 rares in it. So Ophidian Cane, I do like that card because I love Time's Arrow, the episode. And also another one of my favourites, Frame of Mind Dilemma. The rare card is Kumtar. And then the commons. Another one of those. I think that's quite common. I seem to get quite a lot of those. But you needed that desperately to play the game, really, because if you didn't have that you couldn't play any alternate universe cards. So this one we get Paul Rice again, Rascals again, and Isabella. The rare card is Gomtu, and then we get the commons. So in this pack we get another dilemma, which is Mammon Picard, Klim Dokachin and Zaldan. Rare card is Darthon or Dathon. I think I called him Darthon. Then we get the commons. You've probably seen all these commons now. See, look, this is an example of a double common card in a pack. So it does happen. Look, and there again. So we get Cardassian Trap, Boratus, Barclay Transportophobia. Rare card is Sees Wesley, which is from one of my favourite episodes, The Game. This isn't probably an example of a card that became more obsolete over time. There are lots of cards that mention other cards from like the Premiere set and this set. So this is specifically used with the Qatarian game dilemma from the Premiere set. So you had to play that dilemma really to use this interrupt, and obviously that's very specific and very circumstantial to use it in the game. So there were quite a lot of cards like this that were obsolete over time because not everyone played the Qatarian game dilemma. Obviously after a few sets you wanted to use different cards and everything. And like here, if Wesley Crusher is aboard, you make him a captive. Like there's hundreds of personnel cards. Singling out just Wesley Crushers, like really pointless. And then we get the commons. Again, look, there's a double common there. So we get Zaldan, Intruder Force Field, and Parallel Romance. The rare card is Romulan Warbird, it's the Decius. And then the commons. I don't think I'll show you any more common cards because I think we've seen them all now. But I'll still read out the uncommons and rares. So we get Rescue Captives, Brain Drain, Romulan Ambush. The rare card is the USS Enterprise C, which is really cool. It's from yesterday's Enterprise. Again, alternate universe because it's from an alternate timeline in the episode. So this pack we get Dead in Bed, the Charbridress, and Engage Shuttle Operations. The rare card's Commander Tomalak. So this pack we get Brain Drain, Mammon Picard, and Klim Dokachin. The rare is Berlingoff Rasmussen. This pack we get Frame of Mind, LaForge Maneuver, and Marquise. The rare card's one of my favourites, Beverly Picard, because I love Beverly Crusher. She's my favourite character from Next Generation. So I was really happy when I first got that card. So this pack, the uncommons, we get Paul Rice, Isabella, and Incoming Message. The rare card is Data's Head, one of the most useful cards in the set. So when you win this artifact, it like enhances your ship's stats, which is really useful. So we get Cardassian Trap, Marquise. Rescue Captives. The rare card is Revolving Door. That's one of the cards that can close the alternate universe doorway. This one we get Klim Dokachin, Zaldan, and Parallel Romance. The rare card's a Mission, Quash Conspiracy. So this one we get Frame of Mind, Quantum Singularity Lifeforms, and LaForge Maneuver. Rare cards Tasha Yar Alternate. So an alternate universe version of Tasha Yar, which is really cool. The uncommon cards in this pack are Wolf, Eto Probe, and Azure. This one's got a printing error on it. The rare card is another Times Arrow card, which is really nice because I like that episode. It's Samuel Clemens's Pocket Watch. I remember trading quite heavily to get that card back in the day. So we get another Azure, but no printing error on this one. Baratus, so Azure and Baratus, they work together for the card Vorgon Raiders, I think. Yeah, so again, like the Seas Wesley card, this is a very circumstantial card that would come obsolete later in the game. If you have Azure and Baratus together in play, what are the odds? That's all I can say. What are the odds of getting all three cards in play at the same time? Crazy, but that's how they like doing the game. So Azure and Baratus and Romulan Ambush. The rare card's another artifact of receptacle stones. So this one we have Captain's Log, Rescue Captives and Brain Drain. Rare card's another artifact, it's the Cryo Satellite. So this pack we get Senior Staff Meeting, Wolf and Edo Probe. You'll see some of these uncommons appear one after the other in several packs, and the distribution wasn't brilliant. The rare card is Interrogation. So we get another Edo Probe, Azure, and Barclay Transportophobia. The rare card is Echo Papa 607 Kilodrone. So this one we get another card from one of my favourite episodes, which is Timescape. This is Temporal Narcosis, Senior Staff Meeting. That card is actually from Cause and Effect, another one of my favourites, the one with time keeps looping. I love that episode. The Tamer. The rare card is Jack Crusher, which is a swap in this box. We're getting towards the end of the box, so we might start seeing more duplicate rare cards. So we get Thermal Deflectors, Lower Decks, and Temporal Narcosis. Rare cards Fisher Research. In this pack we get Thermal Deflectors again, Temporal Narcosis again, and Senior Staff Meeting. This is one of my favourite cards from the set. It's Major Akal, which is Deanna Troi in her Romulan disguise. Again, she can be Federation or Romulan and has different skills depending which version you're playing. Then we get the commons. So in this one we get Royal Casino Blackjack. So this is one of the cards they like doing side games. This was introduced with this card where you play a little game using cunning numbers, and whoever's closest to 21 cunning without going over wins the points. So that was a cute little side game with a dilemma you could play. LaCanta and Mickey D. Rare card is Rachel Garrett. There's only a few packs left now. So we get Richard Castillo, which is from the same episode. Lieutenant Junior Grade Picard, Quaylar 2 Rendezvous, and Ricer Shoreleave as the rare card. So we get LaCanta, The Higher the Fewer, Mickey D, and a swap of a mission. Wonderful. FGC 47 Research. So Quaylar 2 Rendezvous, Mott's Advice, and Royal Casino Blackjack. Ooh, Governor Worf. That's a cool card. Again, for all good things. Really cool card. So Thermal Deflectors, Barclay Transportophobia, and Lower Decks. The rare card's Diplomatic Conference. There we get Baratus, Hide a Fewer, Mickey D. Oh yay, this is cool. This is the Davidian door, which is a rare doorway. I think it was the only other doorway other than the alternate universe doorway in this set. It had a really cool mechanic where you could play a card from the future. You didn't have to show the Davidian door to do that, but you had to show this card on your next turn or you lose the game, basically. So that was a really cool card. This is the last pack in the box, so we'll see what we get. So we get Mott's Advice, Roxino Blackjack, Lacanta. The rare card is a mission. Lovely. We started on the mission, we ended on the mission. Compromised Mission. I'll quickly show the rare commons. Phase Burns, Security Sacrifice, Worshipper, Alien Labyrinth, Montgomery Scott, Fire Sculptor, Vulcan Nerd Pinch, Thoughtfire, Hidden Entrance, Ferengi Attack, and a neutral outpost. So that's opening a box of Alternate Universe. I really, as I said in my introduction, I really liked this set when it came out because they're all brand new cards. There was lots of cards from some of my favourite episodes. So this will be one of the sets that I'll always remember and have fond memories of. So thanks for watching this video everyone, and I'll see you all soon guys. Bye.